Yo, 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 what's good? This is DJ Illmatic from illmaticmusic.com. And this is going to be my first part of a 3-part tutorial on how to record basic audio tracks like over a pre-made beat in FL Studio. So if you're going to be like recording somebody's rap song or something like that, or some kind of other song, and they have like a pre-made beat already and they want you to record their voice over it, that's how you're going to start doing it right here. Okay, it's pretty simple, but it's more complicated than you might think. Okay, so first what I want to do is open FL Studio 10. It's the newest version of FL Studio, and I just minimize the window so it's not full size. And then here's what I want to do. There's a few ways to do this, but I'm going to teach you how to do it like this. You see these little boxes right here? It's like the second little box from the left. I'm going to click on that, and this shows all of the audio sources. So any kind of audio that's in my song, any tracks that I put in, like including the instrumental or any recording that I do individually, is going to show up in a list like this. Okay, when you first open a preset project in FL Studio, it has a basic little pattern right here with like 4 preset audio things. They're like a kick, clap, hi-hat, snare. As you can see, it's just so you can start making like a basic drum track or something. But we don't need that right now because we're trying to record over a pre-made instrumental. So what I want to do is I want to select each one of these by holding down Shift and selecting all these green lights, and go to Channels and Delete Selected. Do you want to delete the channels? Yes, I do. Okay, now this just leaves me with a blank. When it says sampler, that just means it's blank. When you click on it, you can see there's a blank window right here. A sampler is just something that plays back audio. Okay, so this is blank, so I got nothing. Now what I want to do is take my instrumental that I'm going to be using, and I want to drag it straight from my folder, straight on top right here where it says sampler, till you see that turns kind of yellow like that. Okay, what that does is it loads up the sound that I'm going to use, in this case the instrumental, into this sampler. Into this sampler is a playback, like you're putting a tape into this tape player. Okay, and it even labels it for me right here. It's 50 cent way. It doesn't show the rest because it's too small, but 50 cent Wanksta. And as you can see, when you click on it, it shows up the waveform, as it's called, right here down on the bottom where there used to be none. So now what I want to do is I want to take this waveform. Like if I press play now, there's nothing playing still. So what I want to do is take this waveform, and since I'm not going to be using these pattern boxes, I'm going to be using what's called the song arrangement view. I'm going to drag it straight from here into the song arrangement view, just like this. Okay, it's going to play it as a sample when I click on it, so I just press stop to stop that. Now when I press play, still not playing nothing. Okay, so what do I got to do? I got to switch it from pattern mode to song mode in this little light right here. Okay, song mode means, as you can see, a playhead appears. This is now playing from the song, whereas before it was playing from our little pattern boxes, which we're not using. Okay, so anything you're going to be working with, like in this case recording an audio track, we're going to be working with in song mode, not these little boxes. So you want to click it on song mode. Now when I play it, it's playing, right? Okay, so then what I want to do is move this all the way to the left. Okay, now my next step to set up the beat is to make sure that the audio level is at the correct level, so when I start to record my other audio tracks and stuff, it doesn't end up distorting or sounding weird. Okay, this is how they do it in the studio's professional level. I don't want to show you how to do it so it sounds bad. I want to show you how to do it so it sounds professional. Okay, in the audio world, okay, this is right here, this little button on the right is called the mixer, so you open that up. If you want to know more about FL Studio, you can check out separate FL Studio tutorials and find out about all the buttons. It's just how to record audio. This is the mixer, okay? And you have all these channels, which is like where individual audio tracks come through and they all get added together and go out through the one on the very left, which is the master channel, as it's called, which is the adding together of all these tracks. And in the master channel, this is there's a list of effects that can be done on every channel. Okay, in the master channel, we only have one effect down at the bottom that's called free limiter. It's very useful. Okay, what you want to do is click on this and you open it up. You see this green line right here? Basically, that green line indicates the loudest that you can go. Okay, pretty much. You can pop that green line just a little bit, but this is really the loudest that you can go in digital audio. Meaning, like, if you turn it up past the green line, it's going to start sounding distorted or a little bit weird. Okay, so as I play this, you can see that it goes up past the green line. Okay, it might not sound distorted per se right now, but you'll see what I'm talking about later. The more it goes over the green line, the more distorted it's going to sound. Okay, and this is not good, because when you start recording other audio on top of this, it's only going to get louder and only going to push the green line more, and it's just not going to come out sounding clean the way you want it to. So just take my word for it. What you want to do is go back to where you added the sound, and this is your volume right here. It's called your input volume, or the volume of the actual track that you added in, and you want to turn it down. Now press play again. Okay, now you can see you want to get it right below the green line. Okay, but to the point where it's called clipping when it goes over the line. So to the point where it's not clipping. Like here it touched it a little bit, but that's alright, you know, just a little bit like that. That's all you want. The purple line indicates how much it touches it, you know. So this is how you want to set it up. Okay, so now that we have the level set up, the last part of setting up the beat is you want to set up the tempo of the song of your project to match the same tempo of the beat. Okay, so the way you do that is like everything goes by 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, it goes 1, 2, and then there's 4 parts to each of this. It's just music that you should know. It's music theory. So what the first beat, the 1 is called the downbeat. Okay, in this case, as you can see, if I stop and press play, there's like a little gap right here, and then there's the first beat. So what I want to do is get rid of that gap, because I really don't need it in this situation. Okay, and it's just going to mess me up. So let me get rid of this gap. I get rid of it by I use a little razor tool to slice right here, and I just slice. I click and drag, and it slices it with that line. And now you can see there's a little separation, and that name is doubled, which means that it's cut. Switch to the pencil tool. Right click on the first part and it deletes it. Okay, now I can drag it down to the left again. So now my downbeat starts right at the very beginning of the song. That's what I want. Okay, and then what I want to do is create it so, as you can see, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. So every time one of these numbers shows up, like 1, 2, 3, there should be a downbeat, okay, on one of those, and then the rest is 2, 3, 4. You can see how the downbeat kind of looks as you study the shape. Kind of looks like this, okay, like one of these long squiggly ones. So there's another downbeat, and as I keep dragging it to the left, okay, there's like another downbeat right there. So what you want to do is, you can see that they're off. They're not on the grid. Okay, the point of having it on the grid is when you do your editing and stuff, you can work together with the beat and the project settings, rather than having to work just by eye and not being able to use the grid here and make it nice and easy for yourself. And you'll see this will be a lot easier on you. So what you want to do is right click on the upper left hand corner right here where it says the name, and go to detect tempo. It's going to give you an estimated tempo, but I don't use that. I'm just using one of these. I know it's between 50 and 100 somewhere, just by my musical sense. So I'm going to go and click on that. And it's going to take a little bit longer, but you'll see where it studies it right here. And this is also better when you cut off the first part, because now it's going to detect it better. When you cut off that blank space in the beginning or anything, you put the downbeat on 1. and it says it's about 80.893. You want to set it to that. You might have to adjust decimals manually. I put yes. Okay, so you can see the 1 is on 1, and guess what? 2, you see that downbeat? Now it's on 2. And as we keep going, 3, you see that downbeat is on 3. Okay, so the best way to tell if it's accurate all the way down to the end, if those decimals are accurate, is to keep going through the song, and by the time you reach near the end, okay, as you can see, keep staying on the beat. So if it stays on the beat to the end, that means that it's accurate. If it was off the decimals, you would have to fix them manually, zoom in and out kind of like this, you know, and you can see it slides it back and forth until it's right on each one of these down to the very end, adds up to that number. Okay, so keep going, boom, boom, boom. It's pretty accurate. Okay, as you can see that downbeat keeps kind of showing up here on where I want it to be. It keeps going down all the way down to the end to the number. Okay, so that's what I want. So let me zoom out just by dragging this corner out, and as you can see, it's right on the beats. Okay, so if I press play, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, I'm just counting like 4 bars. So this is how you set it up so your beat tempo and the project tempo goes together. So now that you have the beat tempo, the project tempo together, you have your downbeat on 1, you have your volume set up right here. So when you go to the limiter on the master, it's not clipping the green line. Now your beat is ready for recording audio, and that's what I'm going to show you right after this. Peace out, everybody. Don't forget to visit my website, ilmaticmusic.com, ILMATIK music.com.